Hi, this is Brad Klott, and this is the results of my research paper on Do Awareness Campaigns Work, specifically Do Cyber Awareness Campaigns Work? So a study was conducted of IT individuals to see if their security habits change after a cybersecurity awareness campaign. I believe I got lucky with this since October was Cybersecurity Awareness Month. Work in the comm squadron in a deployed location, and we actually put on a cyber awareness campaign for the month of October. So I just got directly involved with that to put the information out. A survey was sent to the comm squadron before the campaign and then after the campaign to see if their awareness and behavior changed. The events that happened during this cyber awareness campaign, there was a 5K fun run. There were pop-up tweets with cyber information that popped up on people's computers via login script when they logged into the computer. Um, Everyone uses SharePoint. We rely heavily on the SharePoint for information, so we created a section for the campaign with a bunch of messages. And then the survey was sent out. There's about 135 of us, so I got permission to send the survey out to all of them. Here is just some pictures from the 5K. There's a poster that we created to create awareness to have everyone come out and run. It was a glow run. We actually were sponsored by the USO. You can see our sign there in the middle. They gave us money, so we bought a bunch of glow sticks, glow, bracelets and all that. You can see in the top right there, people gathered, and we had, I think, over 300 people. I think the first 150 or 200 people who finished got a shirt, but we had a pretty good turnout. During the event, we played music. I was the MC with another gentleman, and we actually did state cybersecurity awareness tips. Not sure if people listened, but we thought it was funny over the music to recommend change your passwords and make them stronger and things like that. Don't click on pushy emails. I'm not quite sure if everyone heard us though, but we attempted. Here is examples of what we put on our SharePoint. Just summary of data breaches and hacks, and then security tips. I think there's 14 of these on there. Then here are the some of the tweets that popped up on the computers when you logged in the morning. Again, just tips and tricks for people just to learn about. So the survey was sent out. I got about 46 people to respond. I was kind of hoping I'd get more since I sent it to essentially coworkers. That's about all I got. So I asked their age, and that age range matches up, I assume, with Air Force demographics. Most people are 18 to 30, and that 65% of the range was that age. Most people were young. I didn't ask gender. It's something like only 14 or 16% of the force is women. I didn't think I would get any data out of that. There's only a handful of females in our entire squadron of 135. I think I can name all of them top of my head. Just to join the military, you have to have a high school diploma. So I think that's why that 68% number is so high. They do push everyone to work on their get a free associate degree. And then all the officers obviously have to have a bachelor's degree. So I think that's where that number comes from. I was kind of hoping that would be higher. Since I'm enlisted and I'm working on my master's, I thought maybe more people would have higher education, but I guess there's no incentive to if you're already employed. Question 3, I asked them, this is directly from our Air Force instructions, AFI stands for, how complex their passwords are. And I definitely got a big no for that one. And that kind of makes sense. I think most people create passwords based on the logic of what we're logging into. So if Gmail wants you to have six numbers, or six characters and a number, that's all people are going to do. They're going to take the path of least resistance. They're not going to make a password complex. I'm actually surprised I got a yes for 3%. I'm making a 15-character password. There might be some super nerds out there to actually do this. Unless we're thinking maybe work PC versus home PC, the work one would require the 15-character. I did not specify that in my survey questions to put the emphasis on their home life versus work life. Reuse passwords. I think my research showed there people have an average of 80 or 90 accounts. I think everything you log into, your bank, insurance. So definitely reusing your password more than 5 times, 87%. Not shocking there at all. Question 5, does your cell phone antivirus? A lot of I don't knows. That's kind of scary. But almost half do understand they have antivirus. 6, 68% selected run me later to install an update. This result might come back to the fact that it didn't specify home computer versus work. Other workstations at work, if you get an update, you always push remind me later, push it off because it forces you to reboot. It's not like at home when you install whatever Java or Flash, you don't necessarily reboot. At work, it forces you to. Everyone pushes it off. I think you get 3 attempts to push it off before it finally forces you to install the update. I'm thinking maybe that's why that number is so high. And then question 7, how often is your PC set to scan for antivirus? I don't know. Again, that I don't know if that's because they're thinking work and not home. But it is nice to see once a week and once a day. It makes up half the results there. Yeah, we'll see. So the second survey, the numbers they're basically identical. The only thing that changed was the cell phone being aware if they had an antivirus. And I'm thinking maybe people just walked out and looked at their phone or pulled it out of their pocket just to see, just out of curiosity. That's what I'm thinking how that number shot up. But all the other numbers, they're essentially the same. No one went back and made a 15-character password after a simple survey. Lessons learned. I had a really difficult time getting people to take the survey. There's no incentive. I basically had to walk around and stand by people, and the follow-up was even harder. And this kind of makes some sense. The Air Force every year sends out a climate survey to see how your squadrons, basically how the culture is, and they can't get anyone to take it. I think they get like 11% of the people in the Air Force take it. They always extend the deadline another month, and they'll get 18% of people to take it, and they just can't. There's no incentive to take a survey. People are busy with their job. They're not going to do that. If they have free time, they're going to surf the internet. We had a lot of technical difficulties with the pop-up tweets on the computers. Their cyber awareness campaign was supposed to go on to the entire month of October. The pop-ups didn't work for the first couple weeks, first 2 weeks, I would say. And they did finally work. I got the same one almost every day. They were supposed to end the 31st of October. I kept getting them through November, but it seemed to be the same one. I never got the other ones with any more tidbits. I did state earlier I just try to get some cyber tips out there in the 5K, but no one was paying attention. With all the glow stuff on and the lights, it was dark out. We ran at 6 o'clock at night. It's pretty dark here where we are at 6. Everyone's just doing selfies, which is pretty funny. A lot of good pictures from the 5K look like, but no one was really listening to what I was saying. And then I really should have asked better questions. There's not a lot of data to be derived. I should have asked, is your password 8 characters, 9 characters, special character? Not do you follow Air Force guidance of a 15-character password? It's kind of unrealistic. And then I should have asked or clarified my instructions for the survey. I should have specified home PC, not work PC. I think I would have got better results. Definitely made people check, see if their laptop here, in their little room has, what the antivirus schedule is. I think the only reason people looked at their cell phones because it was right there. Hey, do I actually have it? Do I have antivirus on my phone? Many people think. Other research shows that awareness campaigns raise awareness but do not change behavior. And I thought about this for a little while. It makes sense. People have been saying don't smoke forever. People still smoke. It's finally going down, but I think vaping's up. People know they shouldn't eat unhealthy, but America, everyone's obese. So I don't think knowledge doesn't necessarily change behavior. It just increases your awareness and your knowledge. I may have done that. Hopefully, made people think a little more, but I doubt no one went home and made a 15-character password. no one's going to change their antivirus schedule. If they don't have an antivirus now, why have to make the laptop scan every day versus once a week on Sunday at midnight, or whatever their schedule is. Until something bad happens to them, I think it's the only way people are going to change. Until someone gets hacked or their data gets stolen, they're never going to make a more difficult password. So that's what I learned. I definitely want to ask different questions next time. Thanks for listening.